it's exactly on Lotus and Corrode.
Okay.
So hopefully
Sentinels on defense. Let me turn these guys off. Sentinels on defense, EG on attack. And we got a sheriff, so you know what that means.
EG on the attacking side looking to a bit of a strong
I will say the game plan, at least on attack, is pretty much out there. I feel like C9 played a masterclass against EG, so they might be stealing something like that. We'll have a little look.
We talked about the slow playstyle for EG at the very beginning, but they are looking for information quite earlier on.
Yeah, this is nice from EG though. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Last 20 seconds. You can't really ask for anything more than that.
Drone from that Teo. They're focusing a little bit more on the extremities on both sides, though. Good reads coming in from the defensive end.
Hello, Zilf, mate. How you doing?
From Evil Geniuses to suggest a threat may lie there, and so far, it is not a red herring. It is not a fake. That is where they are headed.
Okay, I mean, Zelsys is playing to fight at the moment.
To kind of keep them at bay and dissuade them. But you do have a couple of options if you do want to split towards B.
It's definitely the insert from Derek on that side, but he's definitely going to be the late lurk.
Dude, he's got a lot to do here.
Coming in towards that A side first. Good stalls coming in from Zelda.
I mean, he's so dead, bro. I'm looking at his position thinking, I don't really understand this one.
Precarious spot. And now Evil Geniuses can accelerate at top of the spike just enough.
Okay.
But not committing. They're calling it out. They're headed back B.
Sentinels are still staying very patient. They kind of want to give up
Yeah, it's a nice little lock, nice little insert for them. The spike can't get across though. 20 seconds, they kind of have to deal with Narrate. And he gets his, wait, wait, that's so sick, bro. That's a really nice 4K. These shots were great. Dude, that third kill? What the hell? The one on site?
Util is very good to find information for the team, but when he's got to shoot, he has stepped up to the plate literally in this stage for the team of Sentinels, finding his groove, finding his spot. And unfortunately here for the side of EG, faltering to the slow play style in the mid-round towards the end. 13 seconds before they actually commit into a site take. And even if you have this lurk coming on Derek's side of Teo, he's so far behind within the action. So you kind of have to land your shots. The protocols weren't there for EG.
Okay.
That
was really funny. Sheriff on attack.
For Ye. Everybody's congregated on this seaside mountain control.
And Pang's going to get pushed off this angle, has to TP away. While Icy trying to push the pace at least a bit. You mentioned it though, Vans, with the lack of any
like the smoke that goes up so we can spot legs at the beginning, trying to make sure that Icy gets his ult very early. Get some stingers. They're not taking any risks on this one. There's definitely some teams that take some risk on their anti-eco. And maybe? I'm trying to remember what Sentinels do in the past. But it's a lot of heavy armor.
Now maybe trying to look for a couple of picks, a 5-man squad right into an A site. Try to guarantee a plant is another little check mark that you want here for the
routine. You know the answer to that. Come on. I know you know the answer to that. Bro, this guy's going to get fataled so early.
That just makes this formula significantly more difficult to solve.
Should be easy pickings too.
Yeah, I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. Narrate already has his ult online. 7-0, if I'm not mistaken, to kick off.
Okay, very, very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, it's one armor rebuy. The America's Replay person spoke on Reddit and said they're newly learning and doing replays. Is in newly learning the game or newly learning the EVS machine?
Is that second salvo that you kind of have here on your side is really to try to help you
Waitrose bag with the prime. Thank you for the 5 months, so I appreciate that.
So that nobody could swing out unbreakable. So we'll keep an eye on that in the later rounds here as EG are still trying to cook up and find some rounds.
Just the replay side of things? Oh, okay. Then honestly, it should get better pretty fast. I respect them just coming out openly and saying it.
As it got shut down by the defensive side of Sentinels. Sorry, of C9. They're hoping that Sentinels don't do that this time around, but Ye's already heavily injured into their gun round versus Sentinels' bonus.
Second flushed out, having to pay a little bit.
The drone dude is such a crazy jump.
But the spike is once again back towards A.
A strong arm for up there.
And once again, they will have to reckon. They will have to dance with all of Zelsys. Well, never mind. Scratch the utility. Zelsys already popped.
That's all the util down. And it seems as though Narrate wants to move in here for a hero play.
And he has the ult. Remember that. A blistering pace from him to kick off this map. And the position to play spoiler once more. But once again, clothesline.
Yeah, I don't really love how they're
You
playing.
really do now.
They're
EG's
playing
in
A.
such a good position. Oh, until actually a good delay happening as
A couple of
John
times where they just let them have a free kill.
So I'll buy you a little bit of space to work with as Derek once again on this late lurk in through B. Spike managed to go down. Sentinels full eyes forward. They're going to have to dance around this one way that now dissipates, and now they have a little bit more space to play. But Derek strikes at just the right time.
Okay, it's kind of just about damage now for these two.
They still want to commit for a bit, make it expensive now for EG, trying to clear out the back of that site. But yeah, that late lurk at least.
What are they going to wait for? Just wait for the kills and hope they try exit?
That's
That's a
fruition
good
into this
idea.
round here. The gun round that they have versus Sentinels bonus. And that's an early tell already that Sentinels could start taking advantage of and learning into the later rounds.
Yeah, it's nicely done from EG. They got some free space, going to make sure they don't lose any guns. And honestly, it's a great fast buy. They did really good.
It's on EG's job within that site to stay alive and not play as passively. Use that util for that second wave to stop the floods from coming through from Sentinels so that EG, Derek could get value off these flanks.
Yeah, I think one of the things I'm most excited to see is the Evil Geniuses brand of Valorant, if you will, is that there's constantly an additional layer to it. Once you think you have something solved, they throw in an extra wrinkle. And I'm me personally, Vance, I'm excited to see what that looks like around Derek's timings.
Yes.
Where he's going to take his pathings. How does he continue to be the thing that you cannot forget if you are Sentinels?
Exactly. I think if I think about EG, it's always about what they cook up on these trap plays for pistol rounds or even off timeouts. Potter's been very successful into those ones, but now you also have to make sure
fade eye out over towards here. Let's look at the money. Because they saved and a couple of them are buying light armor. I say a couple of them. We got a lot of regen shields. They save a good amount of money on this. So everyone, considering it's a 2-1, it's probably the most money I've seen both teams ever have.
Prowler comes through, and it's just, again, the name of the game. EG's holding the default towards the spawn on both extremities.
Remember, Celsius is close by. That's a brutal headache. Brother, that does not feel good.
That's nice from Celsius, though, man.
Yeah, on the
support's big.
Side of the map, but Mound is not relinquished.
Yeah, and they still hold on to it. They don't really know, but they still kind of actually have the pressure of holding this.
To the rest of the team right now to regain potentially the rubble control as looks like
Rubble retake. Molly over the top with a nade at the back. It's nice. Yeah, with the smoke popping up as well, so you for sure create a question mark over towards here. In theory, keeps a 1-2 at least.
Plays on half wall, drew the rotations over. EG are going to try to find a timing here, but once again,
they're so far away from odds.
They're going to have to flirt with all of this.
Yeah, I mean, Zelsa should clean this up, really. Especially with John QT hasn't used his molly yet. Yeah, wait for the wall, use his molly. 4-person commit.
All at the right time.
Great molly.
But Celsius has not been dealt with. 3 on the round.
They did great, though.
Finally puts his fire out. IC playing really far up, trying to scale out and catch a timing, and it's successful.
Okay.
3 for the duelist. Bang's left alone. A 1v2 as he tries to retake this side on his own. A Bulldog in hand. Full belt of utility to play around. But he has to play this patiently. He has to play this perfectly.
It's clean, though. It's actually clean, yeah.
Suggests that that might be where he's coming from. And I don't think IC knows.
Really nice round, bro. Got his ult as well. He was miles away from this.
For sure, a home run in terms of the
maybe he got the haircut while he was practicing. Who knows?
And I thought everything was going to get slowed down by Zelsis utility. As soon as that wall comes up, you still had the Razor Vines on the floor. But maybe the satchel from IC across breaks it, or at least somebody was looking towards that ground. Because if you're looking at this retake right here from Zelsis, already EG was all spread across that C site. And there was no way here for the aggressive positions on that defense from Sentinels to hold up that push.
One of the things that we saw there that eluded Evil Geniuses last time they played was finding success on scaling into spawn after getting the site. That was a massive problem for them last time.
Was the call to hit C bad here? No, it's fine. They create pressure everywhere. They split up the defense.
It's a good call. Players pushing towards the spawn in the pulse plant. Also players flanking in the pulse plant to cut these rotates over from Sentinels.
Okay, they got Razor now, so they might just try force over towards the site. Most common again, over towards C.
It's a change of pace this time around. A little bit more aggression coming out from EG side. 4 players focusing on that mound. Showstopper available for IC as well. And they kind of just want to push and prod to see where that defensive line could be. And by walking through this orb, well, they know now that Zelsis is once again set up towards
it's
the
nice.
side.
Good amount of pressure. Question mark created. Maybe want to create pressure over towards A. It's the plan now. They leave one inserted here in case they're trying to re-clear. and give them options.
Nature's even all the way up towards that seaside for the second Prowler.
Okay, no re-clear of A right now.
Towards Rubble is Derek with the drone.
Little worried about the time.
There's that second Prowler you were looking for. And the eye, too. But
Pressure over towards C as they re-clear A with the drone.
The lie that they're trying to spin.
Guys, the time is really ticking.
Now, thankfully, it's just both initiators showing their util. Nobody's really made noise. And this
Bang
time,
still has
we're
Omen
focusing on
Flash.
split towards A.
That's plenty of noise. Icy pops the ult, and Nature assassinates him. The rocket never goes off.
Oh, yay.
Narrate holds the line. Looking to stand and deliver once more as Evil Genius.
Dude, Narrate is doing so much work.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, this was a bit of a shocker.
Extinguish the fire once more. Nature will get a consolation prize at the end there, a parting gift, but what a hold from Sen City.
I don't know if I'm watching EG or if I'm watching Fnatic at this point. Another 10-second hit coming out on their side where it comes to a Hail Mary play. The idea is there to try to move in with the showstopper, but Narrate once again, that pushes.
Dude, I felt like
position,
EG took a little bit of
really
time.
shut them down.
Like, you know, they'd like cleared and got pressure over towards C 1 minute, and then they go to re-clear, and then they were just chilling, and then they re-cleared like what, 35 seconds? What happened in the 25 seconds there?
He's had 2 ults already. Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Nice,
9 and 3 for him.
Let's go.
H410M001 with the prime. Thank you so much for that, bro. I appreciate that.
The pacing of this round, the pacing of this.
The idea was decent, dude. Yeah, but it's just slow, like really slow.
You want to make sure that you maximize him being able to get diffusers or whatnot as well.
I also don't know if you can fake over towards C while you're re-clearing A.
Looks like Potter has a lot to say to the team. So the first few pages of the book seems to be working out a bit, where since the rifle round, they have been finding a little.
What could the reason be that EG still refused to play Yay on Chamber? I mean,
they want to make sure here that
historically we gotta start thinking that maybe he doesn't want to play it.
I think the plague right now for
I think is probably what I'm leaning towards if we look at all of the teams.
They probably have to activate a little bit more.
Maybe they're just not believers as well as a general unit.
And when they actually show themselves towards that C mount, everything towards the mid round is actually quite passive. It gives a chance for EG to maybe group up here to go for more of these death balls and hits.
We don't really know. We don't really know, and we'll kind of never know until like it's said from them.
Viper wall up towards A. The Spike and everyone else on the attack side B. An area of the map that they have not really explored.
Okay, change of pace from EG, right? Just looks like straight up hit.
Chance to inject a little chaos into this situation. Contact up is not gonna work, bro. Not with Zekin shooting like that.
It's unfortunately no second player to really swing out immediately right after. That's the issue coming in on EG. I mean, the idea is still quite nice to walk contact in front of the B main, because Sentinels haven't really been anchoring players in that spot. Or trying to find information early on that side, because they've always been playing towards C mount pressure. Now this is a timeout that unfortunately is gonna hurt here for the side of EG. Taken advantage of by Sentinels and just by the pure fragging power that Zekin brings here for the team.
Yeah, G just save.
Bang too.
Might just try and save this, and Sentinels have a lot of money, so they're probably just gonna try hunt. What would I have done as the coach? I'd play Chamber every map. If I had Yay, I'd do it every map.
I don't feel good about him saving this weapon.
I think if this was my team on paper, that's my win condition.
There's ping pongs, there's 180 flanks. Sentinels are looking much cleaner right now.
There's a slug, bro. I forgot to load him up, man. I did that for Pacific as well.
Derek being one away of the ult within that last round, at least has it this time over.
Yeah, though, I mean,
VOD review the EDG? Nah, I didn't watch it. We'll probably be able to catch him at one point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right now with Icy, I mean, you do have a composition that allows that as well. Yay can assert himself a little bit more with more speed here, playing his Clove. Icy double satchels with a Bucky. And starting off again with some more B side control. A Haunt also shows that nobody's pressuring on that side of Sentinels, at least on that map.
Lexi, I don't know what to do. Every time this new way of streaming, Lexi, every time I load up the YouTube stream, copy and paste everything that happened in the old past stream. I don't know what to do. And the only way I can like it insta pops it as well. Like as soon as it's live, it doesn't let me edit it before. So definitely done something wrong. But we'll work it out.
Paranoia from Bang is on the money.
Dude, what a weird round.
Now they have fully pushed through B, fully pushed into their spawn, and are now trying to get back A.
James Jet with the prime. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate the prime. Thank you.
Trying to hold the line, playing on the other side of smoke. The barrel will betray Bang.
Nice shot.
Very well done from EG so far, but the job is not finished. Narrate is still the final boss that has to be dealt with. Tucking in the smoke. Derek committing to the plant. And remember that ult could be the trump card here.
Yeah, EA plays fast because he has ult.
Forcing the fight back into Narrate's
2 bullets, mate.
Shots not connecting.
Very nice from EA. It's good from him to just straight up peek this, really. He's got to play fast before Derek.
The Armageddon on the side of Derek. Again, it came down to those 2 players that actually invested into a buy. Them being IC and Ye. The Satchels across, he's 13 HP. As Zekin is trying to hunt him down while he's flying across that B site. And that gives all that gap for Ye to push towards that spawn, and we just talked about that. Pushing towards that spawn and cutting rotate seems to be another win con coming in for EG. And it works in wonders in the lower buy that they had. Closing that gap, narrowing it down by 1 round again to tie up this.
Dude, Narrate, 12-4.
Brother went from Yoi to Ye in 1 round. He was 0-5 going into that series, or into that round, excuse me.
And play like
why, man?
Why? Right there.
Dog.
Kills rather, and EG
Come on, bro.
back towards that C-mount control, Armageddon, and also Nightfall. These are huge ult to take over the C site.
A massive swing from the previous round, too.
Okay, a lot of good ults to retake. If Narrate gets a kill, he gets his ult as well. So they lose C control, and I felt like reactively they wanted to try and get over towards door and punish, right? But then EG opened the door, so stop their plan. Right. I mean, Bang did incredible. Guys, I would never get over it. Fade Eye on LAN has to be different. It has to be different to what people practice. We have to dig deeper.
I think it's gonna have to come up to a lurk here on the side of Superman. Armageddon opened up the C site.
Brother, but a lurk in a
imagine shooting your own Fade Eye. Yeah, but Yumpy, have you noticed this on LAN? That people like mistime the Fade Eye? I'm not even exaggerating. In pro play, 1 out of 5 Fade Eyes. I actually think it might even be 1 out of 4 get mistimed in terms of shot and scan everyone.
That thing in reverse. Super tagged up too. 13 seconds
It
left.
must be a ping thing, because I know you guys are practicing loads against Fade because it's super meta right now.
Still a chance.
Happens all the time. Yeah, it might even be 1 out of 4 times.
He's not the right place to be.
It's just a stress thing. It can't be. It can't be Bacon. I promise you. It's way too much.
For just a moment, and now behind that, they can forge a path back into the site. Zekin lands a shot onto Supa. Derek and Nature side by side, looking to steal another round and tie us up, but they're overwhelmed. They're outgunned. The numbers are not in their favor. Nature forced to pull off a 1v2, tagged up, and it goes from bad to worse.
Zekin, bro.
Will not be enough.
Jesus, incredible shots from him. Stefan the Cringe with the 11 months. Thank you, thank you.
For EG to be able to take over that B site with individual pushes. Nature jiggle peeking, seeing 2 players toward that C mound, and then also Supa pushing towards the back of that B site, spotting 1 more. So it allowed here for EG to set up for a pulse spot, to delay with the Armageddon, but unfortunately missing.
Is it lagging? Oh, don't say that.
To really remove that fuse off of Zekin's rocket. So as they retake the site, caught off guard, and it becomes a beautiful retake.
Is it on Twitch?
Also, Doug, that's twice here that I've seen Haunts in 1 single round get so much value for the side of Sentinels, and that really didn't allow EG to take control of this map or the round.
Another testament to just how good Narrate is
Jacobson
right
with the prime. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
By the way, we're still in round 9.
But I was using the pen, dude. That stopped now. Look. Oh, actually.
The side of Sentinels and EG.
Yeah, that stops. Yeah. Blue player with the prime. Thank you as well, man.
Be able to overtake this.
Do you think Liquid is a super team? No. I think that's mad that people are even considering it's a super team, and it's no shade to any of the players, but if you look at what they achieved in 2024, I don't think you'd ever say that was a super team.
Fight for some trades, force rotates out of that, maybe has some sacrificial lambs here on the tempo that you're trying to bring on the side of EG. Sentinels just continues to play very passively this time around, letting him into the sites, trapping them as they're going for the last second executes. And this is what I'm liking here, Doug. It's 45 seconds.
Wait, is my internet actually just completely messing up?
Like
What's going on there?
That a little bit more time.
Yeah, but they still haven't cleared all the spice util. Walls procced, first set of thorns has been dealt with. And so what, they try to split B, but Zekin's waiting on the other side of half.
Beidou goes in.
Even more problems. The
It too.
Sight not going to connect. Zelsis looking for another, and the Phantom not on the mark, but Bang in a position to strike even more. Ultimately means his demise. The 3v3 as the spike goes down.
It's a big 3v3. They kind of boxed in a little bit.
Moment of respite.
Yeah, Zekin's just trying to beat them out. It's the double swing through a smoke. That's going to be the big play for Sentinels.
What utility do they have? No ults to speak of. Zekin has a full set behind
Oh no, the boom bot, man.
But Nary just fully swings into his death. There's
9
Zekin
bullets.
on the trade.
He's got lovely movement.
Finds his mark. Nade back up online. Yeah, he has to
Oh, that was
deliver.
lovely to watch, man. Fair play. Dude,
And he never
Zekin's
saw
really starting to play good, man. A couple of rounds
Amazing what
from
we're
him.
seeing coming out from Sentinels now. Always, it's beautiful to see how they're playing the retakes. I was talking about the double swing before here through that smoke on the A connector, just because you need those players to push some rotates out so that the Zekin can flank through the door. But it's the opposite. They play the buddy system through the door, and then the late lurk coming in from the staircase still gets value for the last kill. Right there onto Ye. Difference is right now that you want to take out of EG is that they actually executed with, what, 30 seconds left on the clock?
Yeah.
So it gives them a chance to really set up inside that site. And not only that, to play off the buddy system too. You saw some instant trades coming out. They played beautifully despite getting hit by the Nightfall from Nary. But just couldn't hold the post plant in the end.
Okay, Outlaw. Everyone can get one shot. Bacon, it's crazy.
Zekin again.
It changes per
establishing
map,
his
mate.
presence and control towards C. Yay and IC on the other side. That Outlaw misses its mark the first time. I don't know that he's going to get a shot at the second.
If anything, it might be Zelsis that
Dude,
takes
they
the
really gonna
rest.
try force it with an Outlaw?
While all attention is drawn towards Zekin,
No, okay.
Zelsis has slipped the net.
Drone going out. Live munition.
That's a big drone. At least it spots them both, but once again, EG tempos back towards the A side. Prowler even doesn't get a deep value into the A side, but then there's that tell. Counter Prowler coming out for the side of EG. So Sentinels are prepped up for a crossfire setup to hold out
Okay.
towards Breakable.
Stops over towards C, instant re-clear over towards
There you
A.
go, swing.
They got the option, the B split.
A little more beaten and battered on the other side of it. Bang is close by, has a
Yeah.
flash.
Here's that big difference, Doug.
Does
Look at
Zekin
how they
consider
understood
this?
Now these late lurks coming out from Derek.
Yeah.
Great position from Zekin
Be
to
a big
watch
shot
towards the
from
front
him.
B side.
Yeah, the adaptation's already coming through. Between that and the gun
Dude, the
difference, it's
salvo,
really hard to
the
find.
salvo's revealed that he was right side.
And
Nade's good.
gonna land right in Derek's lap. Supa doesn't get any space on the lurk.
Dude, narrate looks crispy, man.
And Derek will be the last piece to fall. A flawless round for Sentinels.
Yeah,
They're
it's looking
running
kind of
through
easy
this
for them at the moment.
And that's the thing, even if Zekin doesn't get the early picks, they're on to watching that front B side against Derek's lurk. The nades just puts Derek out of the whole fight.
Yeah.
On what the rest of
It's
EG
your
are
birthday
trying to do
today?
here
I mean, you're the
towards
first one
B
that
side
said
again.
it, so I'll accept it as probably
I
real.
feel this is a
Happy
tough
birthday,
one.
mate.
You probably have to start
Nice.
something
Good job, guys.
different.
Clean.
Now that your lurks have been figured out, now that the late B
What do
lurk,
you
sorry,
think?
has been figured out, you have to change that plan again.
That's the
I mean,
timeout call
Yampy,
in
it's
the
crazy,
first
man,
half
right?
From EG.
And I'm
Guy
okay
just
with
keeps
that,
getting older
because
and
on the
older.
side of EG, starting off on the attack side is not going to be easy against Sentinels that has been looking probably like one of the best teams, if not the best teams, arguably in America's on this map with G2. It's
Talk
gonna be
about the new
50-50
EMEA
on who's
superstar
ahead of who
Zeus.
to see who's the better one on that one. So
He's struggling a
looks
little bit in
like Potter
stage 2,
wants to
man. I know
focus
that's
on
not
at
what you
least
wanted to hear,
salvaging
but
the 4th or 5th round that they could pick up here in the first half and have a much
he's better than what he's
defensive
showing.
run, as they've had good successes on defensive sides for EG on Lotus.
There are streaks of, trickles of desperation, if you will. I think, again, as we kind of ground ourselves on what the stakes are here for Evil Geniuses, if they do want a chance at making it to playoffs, this is one that you kind of have to convert.
Just
I mean,
drove
Sentinels
away
have
a
their
viewer,
path
maybe.
figured out.
Yeah.
EG is much more up in the air.
And even if you look at the strength of the schedule for EG, even if they had to play or they're playing,
He
against
can play
Korea,
way
who hasn't
better,
had the
though,
best of
for
runs
sure.
either for this whole year,
That's a nice way to put that.
it should be an EG win. But you can't really let just that week number 5 decide
Right.
your fate, because you need this one over here to really greater your chances, and you have to wait to see what
Okay,
happens.
but this can be
Even if-
easy
even
for
if
them,
you win
right?
today,
Easy
it's not
calling.
locked in
Right.
for the side of EG.
Away from
This is the
big
box that they
ults.
do have to try to
One's a
check
fade, one's a raise.
as best as they can.
That's why this timeout is super important for the side of
Yeah,
EG.
the
Already,
BC
those
default
Sentinels are
maybe?
taking full orb control. Zekken's one away with his ult. And him playing so well into the
Okay, force back A.
side, he could pop
They
that
force
right
back A. Oh, they're just going for a
Now we're
straight
trying
up
to set
set
gate
B
for that
split.
fight into B.
And Zekken doesn't even give it to him. Oh, there he does. And
Oh, how's he won that? Dude, imagine he gets another one.
Well, Icy gonna
He's
get a
on
little
so
bit
good
of
to get
value
out of
on the
there.
other side.
Has
They
ult
have
as well.
some A main control, but that's about as far as they've gotten.
Sean Cutie's watching this towards Derek. They just know. Step ahead.
Big phones.
A lot of
Big
that
phones.
pressure.
Big phones.
Icy with 8 HP still gets a rocket off. Still finds its mark.
Spike down B.
And that spike out of reach with an 8 in his lap will
There we
make
go.
the situation significantly more difficult. Super forced to sit back and wait. All the onus.
Oi,
in the hands of
oi,
Derek.
oi.
Second rocket pops,
And they know that
second
the
kill
other one was
found.
over towards here. Zekken's super low
1v2,
HP, so if he
Zekken's
wants to go around the world, I get it.
So it's winnable.
And Zekken,
Wait.
sorry, Superman has.
Do they not know
well,
he's here?
Zekken is very low. He's trying
He
to
shot
find this
earlier.
timing through the spawn, and so far so good.
Okay, they're trying to
Has
ramp.
be
They're just.
the savior for evil geniuses right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
He has to find a way to clutch this one out. Oh, he's pathing all the way back to C.
I mean, he's going to get a good plant and he's
10
got his
seconds
ult.
left. I mean, he's gonna pit and plant.
Whoa.
Hit first.
Whoa.
That gives a chance for now.
That was so scary, man.
The door at least is open.
Brother, that was less than a second left.
He's
But
calm
Supa's
with it.
Still in a position to pull this thing off. Finding cover in the pit. Sends view obfuscated. And now Supa in a position to play forward. Spots the spike. Sees
shot.
it's not there. Second was the weak one. He still has Bang on the other side. He has to win this one out. Can he deliver for Evil Geniuses? Can he play
Look
the
at
villain?
Bang
And
just
maybe
following him the
maybe
whole time.
no.
Like a shark, bro. That was nuts. Dude, big round for Zekken again, to be honest. He did great.
You're playing against so many good seasoned players on the side of Sentinels. That for Superman, when he actually gets
Bacon,
that first
it's not
hit
even worth
towards
thinking
that
about,
pillar,
man. Trust me.
and
It's
he
been a whole
doesn't
year
see
of
the
this.
instant trade coming out from Bang. He has to think that both
It's easier
players
to
from
just
Sentinels
accept
sides
it.
are isolated. So
I'm-
he plays a
I'm
smart
with you,
move to
though.
Look back towards that bend because of that door being opened earlier on that reflank, but Bang just walks through that pit, gets the backstab at low HP, and unfortunately not around once again. That gets converted off a timeout from Coach Potter.
Last round of the half.
Last round, surely we get a little fade ult on this one.
Nature has his ult. Derek's close to
Dude, they
his.
just keep
Wait,
going
that's
for
so far
set.
back.
Set strats.
They use an rifle from their spawn. Ye's all the way up B, but Narrate might go unchecked once more. Viper walls perpendicularly slicing their way through the hopes of Evil Geniuses. But Supa holds the line. Supa stands tall. You've dealt with Narrate, but what about Bang?
Has he won that?
Derek crumbles
He
as well, just
didn't-
to left.
He didn't get hit.
The only two things standing between Sentinels and a 9-3 half on their map pick, Icy and Ye.
Okay, very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it continues to be rough for EG, man.
It doesn't even matter.
Makes it
which
look,
player is towards
Sentinels
that
made it look
staircase,
easy
there's
as well.
gonna be a multi-kill right there. Narrate for a few,
Bang?
for
No,
the last one.
they're all shooting
And you
good, man.
know this
Sentinels.
spells trouble for the side of Evil Geniuses. When even a buddy system, when you have clear advantage to play against one player and they always get two at once, oh, things are looking grim now for EG for the
A
second.
Sen, I said her in a great
All due
spot.
respect, it has felt like things have
Already
looked grim
qualified
for
for
a little
champs.
while. On the
Form's
side of
starting
EG,
to look good.
unfortunately, they win, what, 5
Map pool's
rounds in a
looking
row
pretty
to
good.
Close out the half. 7 of the last 8 to be at a 9-3 half. We'll see if the tides turn as they turn over to defensive side. We'll be right back.
I know what you're thinking. Total glow up. What's her secret?
Damn. Doesn't Sen always look good regionally? I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but what else are they meant to do, man? Better than looking bad regionally. Can only beat who's ever in front of them. Build a Bear Workshop, thank you so much for the 15 months, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for that. They play more disciplined at the moment. No, Sentinels are playing good, I'm telling you. I feel great about them, to be honest. Think 100 moon. Do you think 100 Thieves honeymoon phase is over? No, I don't think so. I think if that's what we're calling it, dude. Where did this come from, man? Everyone asks this. Dude. There's so many teams. They're like add one person, and I swear it's never called a honeymoon. When it's 100 Thieves, everyone's going 100 Thieves honeymoon, 100 Thieves honeymoon, 100 Thieves honeymoon. It's like, guys, relax. Like there's literally been 50 teams before them that has played good after a player. No one's used the honeymoon period. No one talks about it. So weird. Someone really started an agenda. But if they are in a honeymoon, I think they're still in it. I think they're fine. I mean, that's true as well, Bacon. But back in the day, I think the format allowed that a little bit more.
Painted for Evil Geniuses, painted by Evil Geniuses, really, honestly, painted by Sentinels, as the canvas has been anything but kind to those villains. Now they're over on the defensive side. Now you have to figure out how to reckon with Zekin on Raze, narrate on what feels like the best he's been in his career over these last couple of weeks. Vans, this is a tough pill to swallow.
I think SEN beat NRG with how they played yesterday.
And when
yeah.
we talked about the value that EG and the successes that EG
and
have been
NRG,
finding on the defensive side of Lotus,
I reckon
was
out
actually
of 10
when
times SEN
Derek
would
dropped
win
that 30 on
7.
that chamber, but now he's playing the Teo. And playing that Teo against Cloud9
out
on
of 10?
defense also wasn't the best. But thankfully this time around, a crossfire set up to prevent the push from Sentinels into this A-Rubble control.
I think you might be a little ahead of the thankfully here. might be a
Holy,
little
bro.
premature, might be a little early.
Oh my god, he survived.
Icy, yeah.
Dude, the nade tether there was really nice though.
3/5 of the team getting in on the action. Zekin waiting behind the wall.
Full little trap play on this.
They are going to accelerate back towards A, where both Icy and, well, never mind, not Icy, just Ye.
Nice shot.
Lies in wait.
Nice shot.
That was a ghost.
Any more?
That's his 5th kill and
Yeah.
first kill in a very long time for Ye.
That marks the second
guys,
round
you ain't
he's
winning
gotten
this
kill
one.
in.
Wait, they swung.
FAB,
Wait, they
John
swung.
steady with the shots. Smooth with it, but Supa stands out on top. John's going to have to do it on zone.
Oh, very
1v3.
nice. It's a nice little pistol from them.
The pistol
Felt
goes their
like
way.
they had a pretty good read with what was going on.
Win that fight, to trade off his teammate on Icy, dropping to Zelsis right by Breakable, because if he falls as well, that's A site open. That's door that can get controlled here by Sentinels, and those players that are
Perfect
converged
Baller's
by the
law.
side
Yeah, I
of
think you
EG
gotta
into
accept.
Breakable. I mean, they're gonna have
That's probably where I
value.
put it these days.
Turns out quite well. You saw the close smoke coming through, funneling everybody from Sentinels into the 3-player stack of EG off that rotate. And that's a great start now for their side on defense.
Yeah, little signs of life.
We have pretty much seen, again, when C9 played
They have to
EG,
find a way to continue to
they
get this
really
snowball
exploited
going.
C.
I mean, a
It just looked
pistol
like EG couldn't win
is
any
the first
retake
step
on C.
of many that need to be taken.
Oh no.
So I wonder in the buy rounds if we
kill
start
traded.
seeing Sentinels lean into that a little bit.
Thankfully though, Nature got caught with Util in hand, but it's a seize.
Ooh, imagine.
No
Narrate-
lurks.
No, narrate falls. Supa holds the line. It does not look like Sen will get away with any funny antics this time around.
At least the plant. That works
Yeah,
out.
plant's
Sure,
nice then.
little money.
Looked dangerous at the very beginning though with the wall contact play and surprising a player, but EG in a prime spot. Converting the anti-eco with by only losing one player in the process is actually quite nice. And that's off again, a very strong pistol round that allows for them to play that second round very confidently and comfortably for EG and the anti-eco.
Now, if I may inject a little bit of hope into the minds of Evil Geniuses fans,
Okay.
we have seen EG down pretty considerably in
Right.
scores, and then almost put together, a really impressive comeback on a couple different maps.
You can't-
so while
you can't
we're
front that with
alluding to
almost.
Corrode from a couple weeks ago, this is Lotus, a bit different, but they do seem to feel more comfortable when they feel like other people might
trailing
think they're
behind.
out of the fight. Yeah.
Actually, I talked about that with you in the green room. If I see EG in the lead in double digits, I'm always afraid. But if EG has to play the comeback, there's a chance. So now at least trying to convert a bonus round for the defensive side of EG. Orb control coming out of Sentinels though, and that's Zekin picking up the orb on that C sign. So far though, the only stall that you really have on the side of
Euphoria,
EG
thank you
is
so much.
a solo hold, very passively done by Superman towards a C mound. When you're using your early util on this
on
right side of
defense,
the map,
probably, yeah, because they only do it on attack, right?
giving a chance here for these players to now converge here towards B. A little bit of support from Ye to move in with Superman and try to stall that a little bit more with util.
Yeah, they're creeping up too. Wanting to take this
Yeah,
fight,
I mean,
as
this
you
is Sen
mentioned.
wanting to abuse over towards
Oh,
C.
that's gonna hurt.
And at least
That
that
does
EG's
not
kind of
feel
learned
good.
from the
Ye has
C9
the
game that they
flag.
can't retake, so they got to try to fight this heavy.
That's away
3-person over towards here. So it does feel like EG were... it's so unlucky. Did feel like EG were on top of what Sentinels were most likely going to try and do. It makes sense, right? Copy-paste the C9 game plan, worked well. So this was very nice from EG. Makes a lot of sense for Sentinels. But
It's a problem.
yeah, they're going to not make it
Big problem.
that easy for them.
He's going to post up right on top of it. Sousa's 87 HP. Will trade his one. The numbers will go their
Okay,
way.
very nice. 3-person
That's the
stack
bonus.
early over towards C. It's good for
EG
them.
still in the fight.
Oof, he got scary for a split second though, Doug. When I saw Spimmin move over to that spot, I was like, okay, it's a great elevation spot, but they didn't really have a player to really set up for the crossfire setup because smokes were coming through from Sentinels at that
Yeah,
end.
no, Ye did
So
really
as the
good. Huh?
chaos resets, there was a chance there for Sentinels to move through and getting great value off the entry. But with
We
that,
have a game here.
Brother, like,
If
you do everything
if
right,
EG
you
can
hit the
keep this
Cs,
one
you
clean
hit
and
the
get a lot of
Ds, you
money,
know where
yeah,
he
it might be
is.
right.
Ye just
The
plays
problem
that
is once the
perfectly.
ult comes
and
out,
support
like once the
coming
ults come out,
right here, Superman,
they're
that
good for a
snake bite
couple.
towards that entrance really allowed Ye to get great value out of that frenzy, despite him being under heavy attack by util.
And that will be enough for Kaplan to get involved in the conversation. EG again come out of this halftime break, winning 3 in a row and starting to bridge
I'm
the gap.
pretty
There's still more work
sure
to be done, though.
in his notes here he probably
Yeah, I
has
think
3 over
it's
towards
time
C once
for
we hit
Kaplan
it.
to talk to
So
the team to calm things
gonna
down
have to
for a
actually
bit on
default
their
if they
end,
want to
'cause
end
if you're
over
looking
towards
at
C.
how things
This is good
panned
from
out on
him.
their
This
defensive
is a nice
side,
early change
we
of
just
game
talked
plan.
about it. One player able to win 1 versus 2,
Make
1
sure they
versus
don't
3, finding great timing.
smash their head against the wall, carrying guns over towards C, and there's just everyone there.
Straight off against EG. But when you're going against that side with EG,
You just gotta force fights, Bacon. I think they really can't retake.
Plays with the composition that they bring.
They
So
just
when you're trying to
gamble.
brute force, maybe it'll work out on duels, but now you have to face
Gamble and
against
pray,
util
man.
on top of that.
But
I
they
think
got
Sentinels
double
need to slow
info,
down that
so it's not
pacing a
too
little bit
bad.
more and maybe bait out a
I
little
think
bit
they can
of that
fight
utility,
A majority of the
force
time.
EG to go for that early
With
drone,
Mateo,
early
you're just
prowlers, and they won't
investing
have
a lot
too
of
much
it.
left here to play against Sentinels on that hit.
We'll see if they take your advice. The buy from
Okay,
Sentinels
Stingers
is
are out, and Icy's got
shoddy.
the gun that can one-shot
At best.
everyone.
May not be this round because it's a Stinger buy for sure, so I could definitely think about aggression this side coming out from Sentinels. Just trying to bait out the
Okay,
early util.
no
You
one
saw
shot
that,
the
so
fade
the
eye, so they
hot
know
kick
for sure that
towards
no
the
one's
side,
gone
and
aggro
then
over
went for the
towards
big
A.
TP for robo
They know
control.
for sure they
So there's
create
no
question mark
util
over
answer
towards
back
here,
this
at least
time
at the
from EG.
back.
Still full
Especially with the
arsenal on their
smoke,
end
yeah.
for Icy and for Nature.
They're speeding
So,
up towards C.
I like this, man. Are we literally
it's
just
just
gonna
super
spam
back
over
here. Derek
towards
is
C?
starting to rotate
The
over
fake timeout, this is the
with the
Doom Bros,
salvos.
man. You don't actually change your game plan next round, and they think you are. As much as Potter probably outsmarted Kaplan with the first buy round, I think he's done a masterclass here.
They have to flood out on the other side of this. They cannot afford.
Yeah, and this comp isn't great at retaking, but they do
The
have the
Stingers
better
are gonna be a
guns.
massive problem here if they do not play this perfectly.
Very hard for this
They
comp to get
continue
in. No
stall, they
Omen, no
continue to
Flash.
wait. What's the go button?
Kinda just
What's the
relying on
spark for
Jaws.
EG?
And
Icy
a,
with an
and a
outlaw
strong
in hand.
fade eye.
Again, pushed back behind the utility. Forced to take a more passive approach as a couple of kills traded right at the very beginning. The spike continues to tick away.
God, look at it, man. Look how good they are, Stingers. Both
Both
low HPs, though.
So weak. So
Oh,
weak,
my.
So battered. Supa with 3. Celsius position.
That's a good try. That's a really good try.
Avoids disaster.
It's close one, but he's got it.
Time?
I respect
Oh no.
I respect this from Sentinels though.
0.39. That's about
was a cool
as
timeout.
close to avoiding disaster as you could possibly get. That is uncomfortable.
Who better than Superman to save you in the nick of time, right?
I guess. I don't think that's how they wanted that round to go, but they'll take it however they can get it.
And I
I think
agree.
Sen being so
We
much better
literally
than
just
everyone in
talked about
America
the
is
amount of util they
alongside
had
G2
available
is
here
attributed
for
to them
EG to
being
retake that
actually
side of the
good or
whole
the
side
region
when
being
everybody
bad.
From Sentinels were just kind of just anchored in
It's
that
a little
spot.
bit of both.
But when they use that flood util, Salvo's creating space.
There's certain
Nobody
teams in this
flooded
region that
behind
have a pretty high peak though. They're just never consistent.
it. Wait, that was.
It's rare you see a
I
round
think Sen
where
are
both
good.
coaches are upset.
But doing the same moves.
Yeah. An op online for Icy here.
more synergy in the coaches than that retake from EG on that previous round, but thankfully Supermen saved that round. Up in the hands of Icy.
Damn, bro.
Air train on the other side of the wall.
You're lucky to be alive.
They're coming for him. The rocket up close. The op now down.
Okay, they find out that the ops there. Omen Flash is really good. Is Ye just completely dead here? Yeah, do that.
Bang still trying to play around in tree.
What a bang
They've
eat
got
flash-wise
Zekken
there.
so far forward. And EG push from pillar to post, now looking to retake some of that space that they lost. Derek will fall in the hands of John. Narrate on the rope. Will best the opposition. And Supa, again, is left to try to save the round.
A lot more difficult this time, though. Big ults available for Sentinels on a post plan as well.
Yeah, kind of playing out like we said a little bit. As soon as Sentinels get the ults, they got some easier rounds.
Should be coming back soon.
And the good news for them is they only use one into
Speak about
this.
it. And a jump spot's good enough.
Just a little spit to push him back. Perfection required, demanded out of Superman here. And he's never really given it.
Narrate had some nice shooter, huh?
Plan to unfold.
I feel like Narrate's Prowler's got a kill each, basically. Go for this guy. Prowler locked on early. This guy, same thing. You're exactly where he was.
Work behind the space that Zekken could create with the showstopper.
It's also good for them to like capitalize off the util. So
he takes down the operator. Util is perfect for tree control in the
I think Lev have potential to go on a run. Honestly, yeah, just purely because of how insane Sato is. They got some shooters on that team, man.
Outlaw for Zekken.
I actually feel like when Tex is really on, he's pretty impressive, man.
Just like that.
He's got some great aim.
And even before he gets that,
but I would like to see them go heavy Yoru.
And how much HP does he make it out of with?
I think Sato is one of the best Yorus we've seen.
And they've gained some space, but Sentinels have their intentions declared elsewhere. Supa trying to land on the satcheling rays across his screen, off the mark.
Yeah, make sure we get as many ults as possible so I can get to that extra orb.
I was gonna say, looks like EG wants to be a little bit more separated.
Just let him hunt. Let me hunt, man. Let me get that Razor again.
One player from some damage control for the exits.
Even that's worth. They can hold the gun.
And that will certainly help. Still plenty of money on the side of Sentinel, so financially speaking, that is not a concern.
And you see the change at least, even though you've lost Zekken in that spot. He actually went on a hunt, gave the
Do you think Yoru Icebox is a possibility? Probably, man. Yoru's so good. The map's big, so I guess on defense. I'm not going to pretend like I understand how Icebox works, man. It's a weird map.
Yeah, it turns out Nature's still here.
Yeah, still here.
That's 3. Okay. And so while I was just talking about how they have plenty
would a
of money,
300-page document help? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
if I understand where it's based, it would actually really help me out.
Now today?
No. Don't do that.
That's just great movement mechanically once again from Zekken.
Yeah.
With that pick to escape again at almost full health.
No, man, I didn't want to reload and not die.
Sorry, I mean, if you understand Vietnamese, that's
Okay, here we go. Big buy rounds. For EG to stay in this one, they gotta win this. They gotta win this. Go down to this one. Another low buy, it's done. Up against 4 ults. 3 ults. 2 people away from ults. It's gonna get crazy.
They need to use a little bit more util for that second wave. Derek still has a drone to work with. They still have a hawk to work with as well.
And a nightfall.
Yes.
For Nature.
Whoa. Well.
Oh,
god, he baited out the Fatal. They can insta-send it over towards C. Zekken's got to send this. Zekken's got to send this. Well, we got Fatal, so it hits him. Oh, it's nice. Zekken sends. Okay, uh-oh. How's he, how's he taking a whole bang?
It's a disaster for
Did he satchel him into it and he was trying to do different pathing?
How did Superman pull that off? That's Spike now out in the open and down.
A little fire helps.
Something.
Yeah, that's true.
Something went wrong, man. Something went wrong.
Comeback game for EG, and it's starting now. And the Econ just previously not the best.
Did Narrate have a Prowler?
they look like they're kind of pinned. The biggest thing right now is for John Cutie to meet
Surely
up
he didn't have
with Larry,
Prowler,
if not a
otherwise he
free
would have
kill
played
and an extra
different,
free
I
kill
think.
instead.
Did the nade miss? I mean, the nade definitely missed.
Start to turn our attention over to the
But I
next
also
round.
think he
John's gonna do his
satcheled him.
best and should succeed at carrying this
Quickly
fandom
find
into
out,
the-
man. I gotta do a rewind. I need to see if they have
turn our
Prowler
attention
here.
over to the
About to
next-
mention that
Sorry for the
Sentinels
double
actually had
voices.
a very nice little pivot to move towards that C site.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's almost like an EG style where nature kind of sets up. Whoever gets first contact, they'll pull out an ult and then just flood through. So he was perfectly baited by John Cutie.
Damn, they already have Prowler, guys. You should have. They kind of messed up. They forced it too much. Fade ult hits and they didn't Prowler and wait for Prowler.
And even allowing
Oh
this friendly
god.
fire to happen.
Yeah, this is insanely rough for Sentinels.
That one's tough.
They just wanted to react so fast that they didn't.
Everything's gonna be okay. Life will be sweet.
They didn't really just wait
I don't
for
know if
the.
that was fully confident.
didn't
or
wait
if
for
that
the
was
proper
like a
util.
self-pep talk. Sentinel's still at 11. EG still trying
Big,
to mount this comeback.
big round though. They got the fade ult out of
Icy
them.
has his ult,
Money's now
Derek's one
good.
off of his. And a quiet approach from the attack.
Costly. I mean, it's
Definitely
definitely
looks like
costly for
Sentinels, you wanna
EG, but
keep
they
it
had to win
simple.
it.
You're already giving a tell that you're prowling towards that side. They're staying grouped up. You still have the Vice.
Dude,
ult
they're still
to
just
overtake
smashing
the
C hits,
site.
man.
If they even need to use it.
Everyone
just
just
contact out
spams
and
C
find that
hits
nobody's
against
home.
EG.
Or they will pop it. Now pushing forward.
Drone is down.
That allows Pit to have exactly. So you want to create that space from the Vice.
It's a
ult,
good
pull
plan
into
over
that
towards
side, take
Mount.
full
Wait.
control of the map.
Oh,
Dumped a
okay.
ton of
It was
utility
gonna
in
be.
spawn to make sure there's
Oh,
nobody
okay.
flooding in behind it.
It's a
They've
good plan
moved up
towards
the line
Mount,
of
like you
scrimmage,
first said. Salvo's delayed it for a little bit. Surely not
forcing
another.
EG to play from a back bullet.
The right side, come on, man.
Nature
Third
takes
attempt to
a
get
fair amount
the
of
spike
damage,
down.
still alive, though, still in a position to play.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sick ult though. They got a
Icy
force
has
through
his
here.
rocket.
It blocks
Yeah.
double chokes.
They're all
That's
huddled up
really
in
nice.
spawn,
And the spike
waiting for the
itself.
right time to go.
And he can hide in
The
this
Hawk
little
just
corner
clears
at the bottom. It's cool.
Spawn. They can't even use it to get back out onto the site. And now
Whoa,
the fuse has been lit. The satchel
that
pops.
Omen flash was
A little bit
so
of a
high.
misfire, so he doesn't fully make it out onto the site. And now he just has to jump into the pit.
Yeah, I mean, they're all gonna be
and
1
just
HP
get
though.
spammed right through. No value
Oops,
from the
missed the
ult,
shorty.
But somehow still in a fight. Derek left in 1v3. Time is of the essence.
Dude, what
He
a
doesn't have
lovely,
much of
what a
it.
lovely Viper pit
Sentinels
this is.
get to 12.
And that's the difficult reality of EG right now, facing Sentinels when
Yeah, I
they were
mean,
trailing
this
behind
comp
by
just
so
can't.
much. Since the first half,
This
they
comp
just
is
need
very
that
limited.
ult cycle to come through for Sentinels to make it very difficult here for EG to really get that true comeback against the team. But when-
Yeah,
The no
that
omen
misfire
just feels
from
so
Icy
rough.
Satchel really feels bad.
If anything, it's thanks also to the paranoia that was thrown on the defense, or on the post plant rather, from Bang. So the amount of util that was still available for the side of Sentinels, because they only needed to use 2 big ults to take the site, which is the Vice ult and then the pit.
Right.
When the rocket comes back, you saw paranoia spit nades. I mean, there's nothing here that EG could do when they were lacking util to support Icy to get value into the rocket for the retake. Beautifully done on the side of Sentinels.
For EG here, you have to have short memory. You got to forget that one
Yep.
if you want to extend this map.
The strengths of
Postpone
EG's
and delay
comp.
corrode.
It can
Hope is
fight
still
C
there.
well on
Still a
defense.
strong buy on the side of Evil Geniuses.
It can retake
Armageddon
A
available.
well.
Prowler once again. The same protocols come through for EG of what they're trying to find for information close to that middle mark. What the
Can
mid
pop
rounding
B
could be.
well.
They know it's a.
The story for Evil Geniuses these last couple of weeks, even in the last year, is almost but not yet, close but not enough. And here they are
Almost.
attempting to mount a comeback, and they've gotten close. Can they get over the line here?
It can defend B well.
Paranoia out, Satchel forward. Zekin has taken a ton of space.
On the smoke.
And now the Armageddon in play. Icy finds his mark on the Bang. But Zekin continues to be a menace,
Yeah, it
continues
can't
to
really,
be a
it
problem.
can't really retake well.
3v3 as John goes unchecked as well. It's all on to Derek now.
Okay.
And he gets popped as soup as he swings from heaven. 13
Yeah, I mean,
for
EG got a little
Sen City as
closer than I
take a
thought they
1-0
would, to be
series
honest.
lead.
Turns out to be an easy win towards